a film about Osama bin Laden being killed.
Hey guys, Kenny here. Stay cool and relax to the movies.
Zero Dark 30. This is about the assassination or killing of Osama bin Laden and this journey that this lady takes from 2003 all the way to when he was killed in 2010 or 11. So it was a long process of her keeping track of him and trying to get him either taken hostage by the government or killed. And that lady is played by Jessica Chastain. And that's really what this whole film is about. And this has, what's his name from Warrior? Tom something. I really liked his performance in this. He doesn't show up until I think near the end, but he has a really strong, powerful performance. But there's this other actor that she's working with, and she kind of keeps up with and track of him and works with him through the years, that he ends up being a really strong anchor for her to know what's actually going on in that country, and Afghanistan. And yeah, this really, all I gotta say, that has excellent performances by every person in it. The story was actually very well told. If there was anything that I didn't really like, it sometimes felt like it jumped too much through in years. The timeline jumped too far ahead, which I'm like, what happened in between those years from the time that one scene ended to when another begins? Because it's like 2 or 3 years or 4 years in between. And I would have really liked to have seen at least something that happened in between those time gaps. But yeah, this is an incredibly moving and film, and it's not really an action film like we probably have seen in the trailer. It's not really like that. It really does delve hugely into how this lady and the government were trying to keep track of Osama bin Laden, and they go after certain people that they think might be linked to Osama bin Laden, and they question them every step of the way. And yeah, the action that really shows up is really near the end, but it's still very strong. I think from the second, third, and first, second, and third act, it's an incredibly strong film, except for that time gap thing I talked about in between the years. And I'm like, so what happened? I know they're trying to move along with the story in the film, but it really would have been good to see something of what happened in between those years. The other thing that really is phenomenal was how accurate they were in the politics and the military part, trying to get the paperwork together and trying to go through the different channels and government, trying to find out where Osama bin Laden is hiding or where he's living, and the military of how they dressed and how they at the end how they orchestrated all their walking and all the commands they gave each other, and it was all very direct on how they were doing that, like with the doors blowing up at the end. So yeah, this really is a solid film. I highly recommend this. I think that's all I had to say, so I'll give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars, so stay cool and roll out to the movies. Bye.